Hello, my friends. Welcome to our weekly connection for Nomad Tribe Squad. Wow, words are hard today, but I'm very excited that today is going to be a good day. We're putting that in the universe, right? My kids have randomly this week just woken up at in the middle of the night, whether it was from like a bad dream or not feeling well. And so we've had a lot of interrupted nights of sleep. But I think this is just my time of my month, my cycle. If you don't follow any of this, I don't know, you can plug your ears. But as we go through our cycle throughout the month as women, we have different parts of our being that are like enhanced. So one week I might be awesome with my words. That is not this week. One week I might be awesome with brainstorming. One week I might be awesome with like the creative juices and the flowing. One week I might be awesome with like the productivity and actually getting crap done. So if you guys are unfamiliar with how your cycle can affect your brain, your life, your body, I encourage you to look into that. It's super rad. There's a couple of podcasts that I can share that talk about how you can use that in your business and plan what you work throughout the month on your business, how you work, and be strategic with it, and understand that sometimes your body is going to need rest. Sometimes you are going to be ready to go. But it's a really awesome thing to kind of be in tune with. So anyway, that was an unexpected part of today. Just so you know, that's why it's hard for me to talk today. The words are hard. Hi, Jean. Welcome.
For the record, though, men go through it too. It's not just women. It's just a hormone thing.
Yes, it's a hormone thing. But as women, our cycles last longer, whereas men, their cycles are shorter. They go through like shorter duration of this, and they can. Anyway, it's biological. That's what you need to know. So, okay. How are you guys doing this week? How are you feeling? We just got the news that we got the new marketing images and everything for our Lilo and Stitch Disney collection, which is just Stitch and Angel. So it's kind of confusing when they say that, but everybody knows the Lilo and Stitch movies. But Stitch and Angel products are coming out on the 27th. We already knew that because we had the planning ahead calendar that Scentsy provided us at the beginning of this month, which is phenomenal. But we now have all of the marketing images, which is great. So how are you guys working on promoting this? How are you guys feeling about this collection? I'll wait. I know Brittany was.
I'll go.
Oh, go ahead, girl.
Yeah, I am driving. Personally, I love the Stitch and Angel collection, but that's just me being biased because I love the Angel wax bars.
Oh my gosh.
But when I knew that it was coming out, I usually do like a scent of the month sample, but I did samples of the Angel and Stitch bars with my newsletter and got them out. And I just got them out yesterday, but at least they're making them make it in time.
Yes.
But my Disney launches lately have been just like crickets. Usually they used to be big. I have a feeling this is probably just kind of across the board with like inflation and cost of everything being so expensive for people. But I was really shocked that I didn't have any orders for the group. But I have already marketed and, like I said, sent out the samples for Stitch and Angel. So I guess we'll see.
I think part of it could be inflation, but part of it, I think, is summertime, and people are trying to be disconnected a little bit more. They're going on trips, traveling, and so I think that's a big part of it. But I have the Angel bars in my club because I get them forever and always. Hey, Brandy, they're my favorite too, and so I didn't think early enough to get it out with my monthly mail for last month because I was focusing on the Bring Back My Bar collections, but I think I am going to send it out with next month's mail because it'll be available to add to club for 30 days after the launch. So by the time I get my mail out for June in the beginning of July, it should be perfect timing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I have them in my club too. That's how I just pulled them out and made them.
Yes, I got plenty in my club. I freaking love that scent. It's one of the best.
I agree. Also, I had somebody sign up as a consultant last night underneath me that lives somewhere local. I have no idea who she is. I've never talked to her. I have no idea, but I did reach out to her this morning, so I guess we'll see. I don't know if I met her at a vendor event or if she just like went on Scentsy and looked at people local and signed up. I have no idea, but
yeah,
totally
that's
random.
possible. You know, I had a random person sign up about a week and a half ago, and I've been trying to make contact with her, and she's just not responding, but maybe she doesn't want personal connection. I don't know, but that's okay, because you're making that effort, and great job. Congratulations. I love that for you.
Thanks.
All right, Brandy, what are you guys doing today? Are you just hanging outside out back your pool?
Kind of. We just got back from the vet appointment, so I'm letting him go to the bathroom. My son has decided this is a perfect time for him to go to the bathroom as well.
You know, it's easy for boys.
It works. It works. So we're out here letting him get his zoomies out, and then we'll go in. I'm working on Happy Meal today.
Awesome. I love that. So how are you guys planning, since several of us will be at Scentsy Family Reunion next week? This is a reminder, there will be no weekly Zoom connection next week because of that. But how are you guys planning ahead if you are going, or if you're planning on using information released at Scentsy Family Reunion with your customers? Do you guys have a game plan? Because if not, we can hash that out today too.
Ariel?
Yes.
Funny you say that. So last night I started with my team. We're a team of 3, yet to be growing. And I started and I reached out to both of them because they're not going. I cannot see if they're signed up virtually, which I'm guessing they're not. So I just messaged them and said, hey, I'm going to be taking photos. And to me, it's twofold. Release the pictures of upcoming items, and 2, let them see how awesome our group is. So I set that. I did a little private Facebook group last night, and there we go. So I just, that way they have it, they feel important, they feel included, and who knows, when we're together, I might be just recording something saying, say hi, so that they see some faces and get to know everyone.
I really love that. I think that's a great idea, because this is really the first time that a lot of us, because so many people are new, this is the first time a lot of us have been able to get together in person, not only for 2 years, but maybe ever. So we're obviously going to be doing some fun group photos and product photos, but I like the idea of sending personal messages too, of, hey, we miss you, wish you were here. Hopefully next year, right? We can start planning ahead, because in Salt Lake, we'll be able to have information and details for next year's Scentsy Family Reunion. So that gives us an entire year to start planning and saving and working toward going.
Also, Ariel, I don't know, and I can forward it to you. I don't know if you get included in the Scentsy, some of the Scentsy emails. I got a first attendee email, and there will be a scavenger hunt.
Ooh, fun.
And I love the idea that you said, because I'm like, somebody bring me, I like the idea of doing samples of what is it, 646 and 624 and 627. Am I remembering the numbers?
Angel and Stitch. Yep.
The Angel and Stitch, because I have to go check my stash, because I love your idea. But one of them is take a picture. Well, let's see. I don't know. I'm reading it as I just pulled it back up. So we're going to be spelling Scentsy out for a team photo.
Oh.
Do you want me to read these to you real quickly so that you know, and I'll forward you the email so that you're in the know as the SSR?
Why don't you share it in our virtual and in-person hub group?
Oh, okay.
That'd be awesome.
Do that.
Cool.
I can do that, but you have to meet some office, post 3 things, fun things on your social media, high five someone, participate in a spirit chant, find your seat, take a picture of your team spelling SFR with, it's spelling SFR with your hands or bodies. Then you're just supposed
to think how we can make this. I'm not bendy, but I bet we can make it happen.
I thought you might, when I read this and printed it off, I was like, she may want to know some of this today. Take a cute picture of your team and share it. You're supposed to just identify some people that you don't know, but there was something about the fragrance and my eyes aren't going to it.
Oh, that's not a problem. That sounds like fun though. What a fun way to get people engaged and out there.
We had one of those at boot camp, and it was like the most fun because everybody was on a mission to get all of the things and share them to the group. So it got people that weren't at boot camp excited to do these things at boot camp. So I think that's an awesome idea for SFR too, for the people that missed out, like something to look forward to next year. I think that's awesome that they're doing that.
Yes. And don't forget, guys, there is on-site registration. So you can walk in and register $300 if you still want to make it and join us for the fun in Salt Lake. And I know within our group, or we've got a couple of groups that we've combined with, other people do have open spaces in their either rooms or their houses or their apartments, wherever they're staying. People do have open beds. So you will be able to find a place to stay if you will be able to get yourself to Salt Lake. And if you can budget in that $300 for the registration, you're going to get all the giveaways and it's going to be super rad. So if you can make it, I would encourage you to.
Worth it, promise.
It's for sure worth it. I think there's 4 of us on here who have been to SFR before. No, you're good, Court. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, so what were we talking about a minute ago? Oh, okay, guys. So were you able to catch any of our Firefly Collective, Nomad Collective, all consultant chats or our huddles from this week? Did any of you catch the replays or live? I see Courtney nodding. She was there for all the huddles. That was awesome. Anybody? Okay, so what we did was we talked about some great ways to work your business effectively this summer and how to bust through excuses and ways to specifically use our promotions and offerings to get sales and to work your business consistently. You're probably going to hear us talk a lot about this the next couple months because Q3 is the best time to ramp up your business, to build that consistency, for that consistency to compound, right? Those seeds to be planted, those roots to grow, and your flowers to start blooming for your business for Q4, which is our busiest, best, most amazing season of the year. Q3 is the time that you start building that consistency so you're not starting from the ground up during our busiest season. So right now is when you start planting those seeds, whether it's the conversations about our $25 join special where they can start their own business for $25, earn some extra holiday cash, or save for a reunion next year, or save for a car, or save for gas, because we know how expensive it is right now. $25 to start your own business, to earn money, to make money is a really awesome deal right now. Ways that you can promote that. And something we didn't touch on necessarily was, okay, the Summer of Success strategy that Kristen Boss talked about. You know, we went over, okay, you've got, it's like our 5x5 checklist. You have 5 things to do 5 days a week on your checklist before you do any of the fluff. But don't forget that maybe one day should be like back office stuff, whether you're writing thank you cards or checking in with your customers or a team, or like writing emails, cleaning up your office. Make sure you leave time for that, because we didn't talk about it, but when that stuff kind of builds up in the background and you kind of leave some of those tasks for later, that can cause stress and overwhelm. And I'm speaking personally because I'm looking at my office right now and I realize I've let that go. And because I can visually see it out of the corners of my eyes, it's frustrating and it's stressful, and I forgot to put my stuff away. And so that's weighing on me as something else I need to do to add to my list. So just make sure you're keeping up with that kind of stuff too, as you're building your systems, as you're connecting with your customers and posting on social media and doing all of the other things for an hour a day. Make sure that you're leaving time for the extra stuff too. And I know we don't talk about that very often, because like, who wants to talk about cleaning your office? Because it's not an income producing activity, right? We want to put the income stuff first, but this is also important for your mental peace, your mental space, peace of mind, I guess, if you will. So that's something important to remember as well.
But it can be an income producing activity because my office is a mess and I'm not in there doing what I should be doing because my office is a mess. So it all works together.
Brandy. Awesome. Okay, so how are you guys preparing? I know Brittany said she's, reached out some of her customers and that her Disney launches haven't been as big as they have previously. What are some other ways that you guys can market the Lilo and Stitch collection coming out that's maybe a little bit different than you have previously? What's something else you're trying?
Ariel, I've just reached out to my fans that love Disney. And of course, just the normal of reaching out on your social media to people in general. Being new to this release, I'll add what I added to the individual huddles. I've been blessed that since when I first became a consultant, I had a few of my friends reach back out to me and say, do you have this collection? And I'm like, it's gone, no. So it was real easy to reach out. And today with the information released, I text messaged each one of them with the new drop form so they can see what's changed. But I said, I just either gave you 2 free bars with the warmer, or I just saved you 10, I think it was $10 on another because she had ordered that. So it was just kind of fun. I haven't gotten any text responses, but it was reaching out going, hey, thanks. But guess what? I got the info today and you're saving money. So again, it's a plus, it's a win-win. I hope they're as excited as I was to share the news.
Awesome. Yeah, I love that we have more options for the bundles like they did with Groot. They're throwing in some free bars with the Stitch warmer, and they also have other bundles where you're going to save a couple bucks. If you buy the Stitch or Angel Buddy, the big one, you're going to get the Bitty Buddy for $10 instead of $14. So you're saving some money. They're giving us a better deal, and that's a really awesome way to reach out and say, hey, I know you wanted this, now you get this for X amount, or this for free. Or do you love throwing things at your kids? Because we have the Bitty Buddies and we have little Bitty Buddy Wars. And so that's how I'm putting my spin on it. Is like, do you like to pelt your kids with memory foam? Here's a great option, and it smells good, So they're really fun. There's so many fun ways to market our Bitty Buddies, and a lot of adults use them too. They're not just for kids, or parents to throw at their kids. It's the stress ball material, right? So if somebody has like ADHD, or somebody needs to constantly do something with their hands, or maybe they need it to relieve stress, this is a great way to market as well, because it gives them something to do with their hands, and it smells good, and it's fun to squeeze, right? Anybody else? Yeah, you guys love it too? Yeah, good. Cool.
I think I'm gonna do like some kind of trivia or something, set it up before I leave.
Yeah.
Because we'll be at SFR the whole week, so I can pre-schedule posts and then do some kind of, I haven't figured out a prize, but maybe a Bitty Buddy or maybe both bars or something. I have them in my club too. But some kind of trivia. It's so sad to say, I love Stitch, but I don't know a lot about Lilo and Stitch. I've seen the movie when it first came out years ago, so I'm not one of the big followers of it, but I think he's adorable. So it'll be cool for me to learn stuff too. So I wanted to just set up couple times a day, some trivia posts, and then let them know there'll be a winner when I get back, and then after the launch, that way I can get whatever it is that I want to do. And then I think that'll get engagement. And then since I can pre-plan it, I don't have to worry about getting in my group as much. Just go in and comment on it and stuff. So
I love that.
I seem to really like trivia, and I did it with Harry Potter, and someone got the entire collection of wax. But I mean, it got down to the wire of 2 girls, and we had a face-off, an online face-off who could answer it the fastest or whatever. And it came down to naming all of the Weasleys. And the one girl was just rapid fire. So I want to do something like that, Lilo and Stitch wise, and Stitch and Angel, and kind of get the engagement up, but then also create that excitement about the launch.
You know, something else that you could do too. I don't know if you utilize your text messages very much, but I use Project Broadcast for our like my business texting service. And something fun could be, hey, you want a chance to win a free Bitty Buddy? Text me. You could set up like a texting every day. They get a new question, and if they answer correctly, they get an entry into the whatever the
Yeah.
prize. I like that. A lot of my people aren't engaging as much on social media right now. And so I like the twist of maybe, hey, you want to play a game? But not in the creepy way of like that scary movie, Saw, or whatever it's called. You know, there's not going to be creepy dolls chasing you.
Yeah. Eric, I couldn't get. I'm sorry I came in late. I apologize. I was having a time and I still don't know how to get in here.
No, you're good, Donna. You're totally fine. This is super casual, informal. So you are perfectly fine. We're glad you could join us.
I am too. I missed last week.
Courtney, go ahead, girl.
So the way I'm working my Disney launch is I'm actually utilizing the workstation for running reports on who purchased last time. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm also going to utilize Facebook, and I'm going to do a quick search on Samuel. Sorry, my son. I'm going to do a quick search on using the search bar and just put Stitch and then narrow it down to friends who have posted about it. And then reach out to them and kind of tell them, hey, I saw that you really like Stitch. Just wanted to show you these bundles that are coming. I'm not sure. I haven't worked on the wording just yet, but Facebook is great for keeping track of everything your friends have posted.
I love that. I love that.
That movie was very popular when Katie was a little girl, my daughter. So I'm thinking I'd probably have here something I could dress up one of the little kids with and pose.
That's fun. I've actually never seen the movies either. So I'm like, Brandy said she had watched them. I know, I've never seen them. I just, maybe I'll watch them this weekend. I don't know.
They're so cute.
Yeah. I mean, I love looking at the things, but it's just one that I've never seen. But you guys know that my heart belongs to Harry Potter. So if given a choice to watch something new or Harry Potter, I'm likely going to choose Harry Potter. So I have loyalties, you know. This once had Hogwarts on it. It's very faded now. So that's just, I'm who I am. Okay. Yeah.
I used to watch Lilo and Stitch, the show, when I was getting ready for school, when I was in high school.
It was a TV show too?
Yeah, and it's good.
Cool, great. Maybe I'll have my kids start watching it. They can tell me all about it.
It's cute. It's like Lilo and Stitch on their island, and they collect all of the extra experiments and pretty much save them. And then they start out as like bad experiments where one is like a water experiment, and he goes and he's like soaking the city and he's like making people wet, and he's a bad little buddy. So then Lilo and Stitch help him, and they put him into a gardening club, and he waters everybody's garden for them. It's cute. It's a cute show.
All right, maybe I'll turn it on. Maybe that'll be my background the next couple of weeks to really get me vibing. That's fun. Okay, so does anybody else have any other Lilo and Stitch questions, or should we move to another topic? Cool, let's move on. You guys are free to unmute and talk at any time, though. Don't hesitate to join in on the conversation. So I wanted to talk about reunion again. I know we talked about this. It was either in last week's connection or the week before, but we discussed at reunion, and I think this is really important it can't be understated, but it's important to understand that we have a bunch of stuff at reunion that we're going to be seeing. And if you're not able to join us, tune in on the teams and in our Nomad Tribe business support group or in the collective, and we'll be sharing images of what we're able to take pictures of at reunion. But we get to find out what the harvest collection launch is going to look like, the holiday collection launch, and the new warmers that are coming out for our next catalog, the new fragrances that are going to be coming out. But we get a really big sneak peek coming up. And we had questions about, okay, what can I post? What should I post as far as my customer group goes? How can I talk to people about this without ruining my sales for the next month? Because we still have the whole month of July where we need to make our sales, right? We need to make sure that we are working our business in July so that when the new collection launches in August, we're ready, but we're not going to harm our sales in July. So something awesome that you can do is really leverage what's coming out with the join special that we have right now. The $25 to start your own business is such a rad deal right now. Let people know that they're going to have access to all of this stuff and get paid back on it starting in August if they join for $25 in June. And it's a really good time to start talking about how awesome it is, because we're going to be seeing this, all the collections that are coming out, and seeing all of the opportunity and the possibility for the future, and to start their business for only $25 now, get their footing under them in all of July, figure out how to make this work, and help them get those seeds planted and the roots grown and their flowers growing, so that in Q4 they can also be successful. Right? Does that make sense? Done it? You have a question? Oh, hold on, you're muted. Uh-oh, you're still muted.
There you go. I'm
you
so sorry. I apologize. It's been a crazy morning, but anyhow, now I forgot what I was going to ask. Oh my gosh.
We were talking about the $25 join special and leveraging what we learn at SFR going forward.
Okay, now are we allowed to join that like virtually, or?
Unfortunately, they are not opening up the virtual option again for attendees. The way that it's streaming and that the capacity that they have, that was a hard cutoff for them when they closed the registration a couple months ago. But like I said, we'll be sharing as much as we can, and you know, videos and photos and all of that in our business support group, so that you can have the details and information. But a lot of the stuff that they're going to be sharing live at Reunion, they will then follow up with like a workstation news tab article and things. So you won't be entirely left in the dark. You're just not going to have that initial instant information like we will.
Also, are there like vendors there that you can buy stuff to put with your baskets or your Scentsy products to package with?
They will not be having products per se that are available to purchase, but they will have a Scentsy success store. So business supplies, they will be having a store open so that you can buy business supplies and have them shipped back. But those are available for the in-person attendees.
So I could have my daughter do that for me.
You could, if she's got enough suitcase space, because we've been told that we're getting a lot of giveaways, but all of this stuff is going to be available online starting, I believe, July 1st for everybody. So you would only be missing out by a couple days. So it's totally fine if you just have to wait those couple days and then have everything shipped to you. And there's transition kits available too that'll help you bridge the gap from spring and summer season to fall and winter season. So you'll get like catalogs and testers and marketing materials, and they usually have a kit available, so you can just buy that and have it shipped to you.
That's what Katie and I were wanting to reach for in one of our goals, but I think she achieved hers.
Awesome.
Another thing about those giveaways, my first tip for it is to remember to if you're flying, to have extra space in your suitcase. But what I did is I took a smaller suitcase and put it in my large suitcase, and then flew out to SFR with one suitcase. And then with the amount of giveaways that they gave us, I ended up having to pack all of my belongings in the smallest suitcase and had to put the giveaways in the large one and go fly back with 2 suitcases. And I'm not saying that they're going to do it again this year, but in Austin, they gave us business supplies as one of the giveaways. So we got catalogs and testers and all kinds of stuff. So sometimes it's worth it just to kind of hold out and see what they give you. And then when you leave
Yeah.
SFR, go and shop the consultant store for things that you need extra after that.
Yep, that's a good point. That's a good point. And I'm planning to just bring like as many suitcases as I can. So just in case. Awesome. All right. What else do you guys want to chat about for business? Things that are coming up, things that you're working on right now. Maybe if you're wanting to do a summer launch, because you guys, it's still summer. I know we're getting ready to talk about the fall and holiday stuff, but there's never a wrong time to do a launch for a season. We talked about this the other night too. If you have things that you want to do, if you want to do like a seasonal launch for your business, that's totally fine. There's nothing that says you can only ever have one launch party in your lifetime ever. So you could do a launch for summer. You could do a launch for back to school. You could do a launch for fall. There's a lot of fun ideas and you can theme them too.
Halloween, you're going to have Halloween items too, right?
Yeah, that's our harvest collection.
That's what I thought. So
Yep.
you could even make some homemade apple pies and do the fall one. That would be cool.
Oh yeah.
With my Lonkenberger basket.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff that you can do. Lots of great options. And don't forget, people are going to be sharing their ideas, and there are a lot of creative people who have some really rad ideas. Don't get caught up in the fact that somebody else is doing all these things and feel like you also need to do all these things, right? Pick one thing, maybe two things, do them well, and you will be successful. Don't try and do a little bit of everything that everybody's doing, because that will lead to overwhelm and analysis paralysis, and it makes it difficult to see beyond what other people are doing. So like, keep your blinders on, stay in your lane, pick one or two things to do and crush them. Really, really master what you're doing. And if that's focusing on your customer service, awesome. Master that. Make a system, figure out how you're going to connect with your customers, and be the best Scentsy consultant that they've ever had. Courtney, why are you laughing at me?
I'm not laughing at you. I got a notification on my Facebook. I'm actually having a launch party with a new teamie today.
Yay.
And we're leveraging all of those specials that we talked about on how they're exclusive.
Yes.
And it's a hit. People are really digging the Bring Back My Bar special and the free wax bars and the extra special whiff box. I think that's pretty much like majority of what we've sold so far.
Yay.
So it's pretty cool. But her husband cracked me up because he commented on a post and he was like, "Oh, if you have this in stock, do I get my shipping back?" And he was being funny because I know he's like that. And I commented and replied back to him, and I was like, "Oh, haha, like, it's a cute warmer though, totally worth it." Just kind of like messing and a little bit of banter. And his wife commented back and said she respectfully said to shut up. And so I was laughing at the comment. I wasn't laughing at you.
Okay. This is bad timing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. I love that it's a successful launch. So like I said, if you guys didn't watch our huddles this week, they had a lot of good information. The replays are available whether you go to our Firefly Nomad Collective group or the Nomad Tribe Business Support group. The links are going to be there for you to watch based on your specific title. So we have an essential, a certified, and then a rising leaders, which is anybody who is a lead consultant, star consultant, or superstar consultant. So we have it broken down into 3 groups because it's tailored to where you are likely at in your business. So please watch the replay. It's awesome. They're about 30 minutes each, except for the rising leaders. Those last about 45 minutes to an hour. But the essential and certified are only 30 minutes.
Am I in the business support group?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think I'm in Firefly.
Okay, I'll add you.
She did just open that back up again.
Yeah,
So
I did, because we do a lot of this stuff, like our weekly connections as a squad, and I send emails out to our squad. And for those of you who don't know, squad is a new term that Scentsy uses, that if I am your superstar director, You are in my squad, right? So we are a squad. So Candy and I, we run our groups together, but we are because she and I are both superstar directors, we have a larger group that's not just broken out by superstar director. So this is a little bit more intimate. It's I don't know, it's just more intimate. And that's what we do our weekly connections with. That's what we do the Nomad Tribe support group, and the emails that I send out. It's to everybody in the squad. Cool. Awesome. Nice. Well, I'm excited for next week. I'm excited to find out all the new things, like where our incentive trip is going to be. And for those of you who are new, every fall season, we have an incentive period where we earn a big trip. So this last year, the earning ability was to earn a cruise for 2 to Alaska, well, 1 or 2, depending on the level you earned. If you were in region 1, region 2 was the fjords, a cruise through the fjords. And region 3 was supposed to be a cruise around Australia, because region 3 is Australia and New Zealand, but they had a lot of stuff going on. So they had an opportunity to buy in to our region 1 Alaska cruise. And then there was a top earner cruise too. So there were different levels this year, and there's not always going to be different levels, but every region will have their own trips. And region 2, which is all of Europe, has announced their trip, and it's oh gosh, what city is it? It's in Italy, right? Or France? Anyway, it's a really cool trip.
Monte Carlo?
Huh?
Is it at Monte Carlo?
That sounds right. What country is that?
Italy.
Italy, yeah, that's what I said. But if you Google pictures of Monte Carlo, it's freaking beautiful. Usually, depending on the points that you earn throughout the August through January earning time frame, you potentially have the opportunity to buy in or go on another region's trip. So it's always a good option to get as many points as you can, right? Work your business. And what we're doing with building our business consistently with these tasks that we do daily, that's building that foundation so that when an incentive comes, you're already working your business and doing the things you need to do. And the incentive is an added bonus. So you're already doing those foundational business practices that will help you earn that. So the incentive trip is just a bonus, but we work our businesses, and we have, the 5x5 checklist. We have the things that we talk about to keep that consistency compounding all year, not just when you want to earn an incentive trip. Cool. Does that make sense?
Very
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're here to help you build successful businesses if that's what you want. If you want a hobby, and that's very different than working your business as a business, hobbies usually cost you money. So if you're just doing this to buy your own Scentsy, that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong or saying that you have to work your business a certain way. But if you want to work this as a business, then it requires you to have different steps that you take. It requires that yes, we get into this business for that flexibility, but we don't get into this business as a business to negotiate, right? So there are a lot of practices that are non-negotiable. We have flexibility within how we can do these things, but there are non-negotiables to keep moving our business forward that we have to get done, right? The flexibility and the time freedom is why I do this. I'm going to get my work done today, and then I'm going to go play with my kids. And then we have friends coming over later. We're going to get in the pool and hang out, grill some burgers. I get my stuff, my non-negotiable items done so that I can have the flexibility and the time freedom to play, to do what I want. But I get my stuff done because this is a business to me. It's a hobby. It's not a hobby. I'm not putting money in to just put money in to just get my stuff. I'm earning an income. That's an extra suit. Okay, Edie has a question. Besides an extra suitcase, is a backpack big enough to bring to the sessions, or do you have extra tote with you? I just bring a backpack to the sessions. I mean, if you have a foldable bag that you want to bring in, you can totally do that and stuff it in your backpack. But I just bring a backpack.
They space out the giveaways, so you're not getting it all at once.
Yes, that's
a backpack would probably be perfect.
Yeah, and they usually do a giveaway at every general session, right?
Yeah.
So that's neat. Something to look forward to. A reason not to miss general sessions.
Why would you? That's the best part is general sessions.
Not to see your leader break out and give a talk at all. Nope.
Well, yeah.
No, guys, and by the way, those of you who are going, I know you probably want to, well, maybe I could be putting words into your mouths, but if you want to support me, that's awesome. But you guys get me all the time. So I would encourage you to go to breakouts and workshops from other leaders who you don't get to hear from on a normal basis. Like I said, as much as I want to see you in the crowd and talk to my familiar faces, people I know and love, I want you to also get leadership and tips and tricks from other leaders as well. So
what are you presenting, Ariel?
How to encourage and recognize your team.
Oh, you are good at that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And you guys, I have it recorded as a video. So all the virtual people will get to see that. And if you really want to see a condensed version, I will make sure that you guys have the email or have the link so you can watch it later if you want. So don't feel like you need to come watch me because the link will be available later. So
well, thank you.
Yeah.
I also encourage everyone who's going to SFR. I don't know how many people on Nomad Firefly are going, but my business gets fueled by making those connections with people. For me, I'm not inspired by, well, money's good, but money doesn't inspire me. The extra things don't really inspire me. It's the connections that I make with people that make me want to keep working this business. Mm-hmm. So I really, really encourage you to walk up to people that you may see that are kind of like standing off to the side and, say hello, or, you can approach to a large group and just be like, hey, I'm looking, what's up, guys? Like, just weird mosey yourself in there.
Mosey on in. Oh yeah. I was thinking the same thing.
I'm like super awkward and I do weird, funky things all the time. So you can always feel free to kind of pop up to me, and who knows, there's going to be lots of people who give away like random things that when they make connections with people. So talk to as many people as you want, see what kind of like things they have. So just saying.
I think Courtney's telling you to come say hi to her specifically. Awesome. All right, Brittany, thanks for hanging out. And Edie asked me if I'm going to text you guys yes, I'll be at the Hilton. I won't have a room number until I check in, but yeah, you guys will know. You'll have other details in an agenda, but I'll make sure everybody knows my room number. A show. You're squinty eyes. It's Courtney's room too, so she's going to be really excited to see you too.
I'm seriously stoked. I cannot wait for SFR.
Yeah, it's gonna be super rad. Well, do you guys have any other things that you want to talk about business wise? Any of the promotions? Anything you have a question on? We had about 15 minutes left, or we can call it early if you guys are feeling good. Yeah, Donette.
I know I'm talkative today. But at any rate, if you've met my daughter, she is too. And I really have to find that video of her. So doing her live, because I've been looking for, but at any rate, I want my new recruit, Jean, to see her in action because she is I'm not just bragging on Katie, but she is a very good speaker. And I think she has a lot to offer. She is so happy to be in your group, Ariel, and she's excited to get to go. And she waited till the last minute, and it was just too late for me to go with her. But maybe next year. And I told her when I signed up for this, I said, I want to win a trip for us. So maybe we can earn enough to go on one of the cruises that's coming up.
Well, it's not always a cruise, so it'll vary every year what kind of a trip it is, but it's never not awesome. All of the Scentsy trips that I have been on are phenomenal, and once you go on a Scentsy trip, you're spoiled and you're going to be ruined for any other future trips. So it was pretty awesome.
Well, that was my goal when I joined, that we could earn a trip together. So you're going to have to stay on me, Ariel.
Awesome. And once we have the details for the next incentive trip, we'll do a planning session. We'll break it down so that you know where you need to work your business, how you need to work your business to get the points needed. Because the point structure varies a little bit every year. It's never the same. And so depending on where the trip is or how many points are needed to earn it, everything is going to vary. But this is a great time to start, Q3, we talked about, get those seeds planted so that your fall can be incredible.
Yes. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And these trips are not impossible to earn. When I first joined, I was like, oh, you know what? I'm never going to earn those things. That's for like the tippity toppity people. And, but I earned one in my first 6 months with Scentsy. And then, so Marco Island, I did that one. And then I earned the next year's incentive for free SFR, which I had to use the voucher for this year because of COVID. And then I actually earned the one for last year, which was Colorado. And my husband and I used it as our honeymoon. So our honeymoon was paid for by Scentsy. So they're not impossible, even if you tell yourself every season, oh, I can't earn that.
Yep.
Because you 100% can, and you are 100% worthy and amazing for it. So,
oh, Courtney, I love that so much. And it's that consistency and the discipline. It all comes down to being consistent and disciplined with your business. Anybody can earn these trips, but not everybody's going to, because a lot of people give up. A lot of people aren't willing to put in the work. And, it depends on what you want from your business too. People who are in this for a hobby, they're probably not going to earn an incentive trip, and that's okay because they're not working it for that. But when you have goals, the key is to stay consistent and disciplined and continue to do the things, even when it feels hard, even when it feels like the world is turning against you. Because usually those hardest times, when you come up against those biggest pushbacks, you're about to have a breakthrough, and it's going to be awesome. Yeah, I see Brandy nodding. Teresa and Courtney, everybody's nodding. They get it. I think between the 4 of us on here, we've probably earned over 20 trips or incentives. So I've earned 7 incentive trips. One was in the top 100, and the others I've earned for 2 every time except this last one. But I've still earned levels of the incentive, and it's not impossible. It's totally doable if you're willing to work. Risa, what were you gonna say?
I was just thinking, in my almost 11 years, I've never not earned at least a level of something.
Yep.
That's what I was gonna say. It's been almost 4 for me, and I've earned a level of something every year that I've been in.
Yeah, I think the only times I didn't earn is when I was working my business as a hobby, and it wasn't a business, and I wasn't putting in the effort, and I wasn't doing the things that needed to be done. So once I started doing that,
and I was going to add, if you're serious about wanting to earn an incentive, take a moment to realize you can't always work your business 5 minutes here and there. Those 5 minutes are good for some posting and stuff, but you do need a hard focus for 30 minutes to an hour, probably every day, realistically, or 5 days a week kind of thing. But those 5 minutes here and there is going to actually, in the long run, take you away from your family more. So, make sure you're focusing, but if you can do the 30 minutes to an hour every day, you're going to do the right tasks.
I can do that. I've been recovering from that surgery, but no, I'm semi-retired here, and I don't really, this is something that I want to make a business out of.
Awesome. And if you didn't, Donna, specifically, if you didn't watch our all consultant chat from last week, I would definitely watch that, because that we give, like I think I mentioned to you earlier this week, it gives you those specific tasks that you can do. You set a timer, you do the tasks, and then you're done. So that all consultant chat from last week is in the collective, and Candy streamed that one. So you'll have to search for her name, Kande. But she streamed it, and I shared some photos.
Okay, and that was last Thursday.
No, it was last Tuesday. The first Tuesday of the month is our all consultant in our big collective group,
Oh,
our all
yeah.
consultant call. The second Tuesday of the month is the huddle by title for our big collective. And then for us, every Thursday, except for next week, because we're going to reunion, is our weekly connection.
Okay, now, can you tell me which one that Katie was on last Tuesday? Do you know the name of what when she went live?
Yeah, that I don't know if Katie went live. Candy went live.
Oh,
Yes,
Katie, tell me
Candy
the
went
real-
live, and that's the one I'm talking about, is the all consultant chat from the first Tuesday of the month.
Katie said that was a good one. She wanted me to watch.
Yep.
Over and over.
Yep. So just
Okay,
search Candy's
thank you.
name or look at the videos.
Okay, thanks. I don't mean
Thank
to.
No, you're good. I'd rather you have the answers to your questions than sit and wonder and potentially do nothing because you don't have the answers you need. So please, please always ask questions.
I think you did send me the task.
Okay.
So
Okay. Because in every weekly email, I do send that 5x5 checklist. So the tasks that are from the first all consultant call or the last week, they're a little bit different, a little bit tweaked, but still the same kind of vibe as the 5x5 checklist that we get every time. And the photos I shared last week do have specific action items if that's easier for you, but that's in the collective. I feel like when I do the arm motions, you know that this is collective and this is squad. Okay? Collective, squad.
Gotcha.
Cool. Well, thank you guys so much for your time this week. I hope it was beneficial and helpful for everyone. Oh, Edie, I just saw your message. Thank you. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you guys at reunion or on a live sometime soon.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Ariel. Thanks, ladies.
All right. Bye, friends.
Bye.